Hey there, Kitsap County. I am Cassandra Lopez with Depuy Team at Keller Williams West Sound, and welcome to our weekly market video. So if you follow our page or our channel, you just saw our stats video come out. So this video is more of like a hot topic of the week. So this week we're going to talk about purchasing a home contingent, because we're seeing this trend that home sellers need to sell their home in order to buy, because a lot of folks would like to take advantage of the really good interest rates we're having, and they realize that they can get into a larger home with a better interest rate and still have the same payment. And so a lot of folks are taking advantage of that. However, they can't carry two mortgages at the same time, so they need to sell one home in order to buy another home, and we call that purchasing on a contingency or purchasing contingent. So what that looks like, and there's a couple of options to do that. What that looks like is you put your home on the market, you sell it, and by selling it, we mean you get it under contract with a buyer. And from there, we can go shopping for your new home. So the pros to that are you have a secure listing on the market, you have a secure contract in place, your home is now in escrow, and your buyer is doing their due diligence to move forward towards closing and purchase. And the cons to that are, being a really thin inventory that we're in, there may be quite a gap between selling your home or getting it under contract and then purchasing a new home or getting a new home under contract for purchase. So there may be a little bit of gray area there. We don't know when you'll find a home. You might find that you're sacrificing or settling a bit more than you wanted to because the inventory is so thin, and now you're on a timeline with your buyer and your listing. You got to get that closed, and so you got to hurry up and shuffle and get into a new home. The alternative is to get your home ready to list, 100% ready to list, photos, cleaned, everything done, and then we get your pre-approval. You get your pre-approval with your lender, and your pre-approval is going to state this loan is contingent on the sale of your home. Okay, so your financing covers your contingency now as well. And then you will take your pre-approval letter, and then we go find a home to buy contingent, right? It's a different kind of contingency. It's one where your home is not on the market yet, and we'll walk you through all of that, what that looks like. But essentially the pros to this are you are on your own timeline now. You can be comfortable and be a little bit more choosy and picky in the home you're purchasing, because now you're no longer on a timeline with your listing being on the market and a buyer being in place there. So you don't have your home on the market yet. You don't have a buyer in place yet, but you're actively shopping for homes. So you find the home you like, you put an offer, you get it under contract. That same day, you put your home on the market. And because we're in such a thin inventory and because we're in such a hot seller's market, there's a very high likelihood that your listing will now sell extremely quickly within a matter of 7 to 10 days is what we're averaging on market right now. And that is only because we're setting review dates. If we didn't set review dates, they'd be a lot shorter. So you put your home on the market and you get a buyer in place with your listing, but you already have a home over here under contract. And so you don't have to do the hustle and bustle of shifting and settling and sacrificing in the home that you want to purchase, because you already have it. So the cons to that are sometimes it's a little less attractive to submit an offer that's contingent when your home is not on the market yet. And this is when it's really valuable to have those agent-to-agent relationships. I would personally give the listing agent on the other end a call and say, hey, we're bringing an offer. It's contingent. The home isn't on the market yet. However, we have it ready to go. We have the sign in place. We have everything, ready to go to list it the minute we go under contract with you. And, you tell them a little bit about the home. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's on half an acre. It's on a corner lot, whatever the features are, because that's going to give the listing agent who is representing the seller, who potentially is going to accept your contingent offer, a really good idea of the quality of your home, the location of your home, how fast they think it's going to sell, so that they can convey that to their seller and be like, hey, I think this is a solid deal because their home that they need to sell is a slam dunk. There's no way it's not going to sell in, a few days. So that will give that seller a little more incentive to accept your offer. And then there's always the third option, which is, if you have alternative measures of arrangements for lodgings, like if you can stay with family, or if you have an RV you can live in for a short term or something like that. And that way you can put your home on the market and sell it and still have alternative arrangements to, you know, have a roof over your head in the meantime. And then once that sells, then you can buy. This applies to any kind of loan. If you're taking equity out of your home and rolling it over in a conventional loan, if you have your VA entitlement encumbered in your primary residence, but you need to use your VA to purchase a new residence, so we need to reinstate your VA entitlement. So it applies to any kind of loan, and we are seeing this more and more. And I know our team is really proficient in helping buyers and sellers navigate this process, because it can be really tricky, but doing it the right way with the right kind of advice is key. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Please like our video, share our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page. We love your comments. We love engaging with you in the community. I am Cassandra Lopez with Depuy Team at Keller Williams West Sound. I hope you're having a great week. Catch us here next week with our next market update. Have a good one.